You're listening to the Digital Deep Dive, where we tackle the newest trends, strategies, and pain points shaping growth across the digital landscape. From Amazon and D2C to international expansion, join our host and e-commerce leaders across multiple industries for in-depth discussions on how to maximize your brands in the digital arena. Now, here's your host, Aaron Conant.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Digital Deep Dive podcast. I'm your host, Aaron Conant, and back here today to talk about video and the importance of video. I think a lot of people have been asking in my one-on-one conversations, where is this going? There's been a lot of changes, a lot more importance put on it across the board, but what does that mean? And so kind of three things we're going to tackle today: video reviews, a big video, obviously, platform, TikTok. What role is TikTok playing? The other one is a really interesting part as well in video search. So those are the three things we're going to cover today. And we've got some longtime friends now of the network and over at Vyrill. And Ajay is here today to kind of walk us through, but I'll kick it over to you. If you want to do a brief intro on yourself and the company, that'd be great. And then we can kind of jump into the conversation. Does that sound good?
Yeah, absolutely. And thanks for having me, Aaron.
Yeah, for sure, my friend. Glad we finally got this one together. I know we've been trying to do it for a while, but you've been super busy, and understand.
Yeah, absolutely. So quick intro on myself. I've been studying shopping behavior for about 15 years now. Previously built and sold an in-store shopping app company in the CPG space, where I built an app where you can scan and bag inside retail stores with your phone. And then after that, I went to work at Nokia, where I ended up launching the App Store in about 35 countries around the world. So I study online and offline shopping behaviors. And so essentially started Vyrill about 6 years ago now, out of UC Berkeley from the machine learning lab and the UC Berkeley Skype Incubator program. And really the story behind starting Vyrill is very simple. I began observing that a lot of shoppers are now watching videos before they shop. So reviews, unboxing videos, how-to videos, influencer videos, and branded videos before they shop. And they're making a lot of videos after they shop. So all brands and retailers are struggling with this massive amounts of video content that people are posting on multiple platforms. I would say there are about 35 platforms, and it's happening now in more than 89 languages. So to give you an example, a brand like Nike has over 29 million videos just on YouTube. 95% of that content is user-generated. And there is no humanly possible way to dig through this massive amounts of video content. So brands and retailers are struggling with who's making the video on what platform. And if someone made a great review, I'm sure Nike would love to know it happened and would love to be able to license and leverage that video for product marketing. So how can brands make sense of all this video data and drive the three key KPIs, which is conversion, engagement, and customer acquisition, is really what we focus on here at Vyrill. So a quick intro on the company. So Vyrill helps brands and retailers increase revenue and customer acquisition by leveraging authentic video content such as reviews, unboxing videos, how-to videos, and more, along with their branded content for insights and commerce. So at a very high level, think of us as a Google for video. And we're also one of the few companies in the world that can Google inside the video as well. So I'll give a quick example. So if you're looking inside a 2022 Porsche Cayenne car video review, and Aaron, let's say you're interested in a car looking for a video review with leather seats of the Porsche, and I'm interested in finding a video with child seats. So today there are 20 videos on the Porsche website. How do you know which video is talking about child seats versus leather seats? Well, Vyrill has solved this problem. We make all the video content searchable. So we offer a video search bar on top of those videos. So you can instantly type the word leather seats. Not only will we find the 4 videos featuring leather seats, but even better, we'll pull all the clips of those leather seats together. So in the process, we dramatically improve the efficacy of finding the answers to your burning questions about the product with video, and helping you find those answers as a shopper so you can instantly make that product decision. So in short, in the process, we're driving page engagement, conversion, and customer acquisition. So that's really a quick summary on myself and what the company does.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think I have 15 questions on that, but I want to make sure that we we get to some of this other stuff, because you and I were chatting a little bit beforehand around when we talk about video reviews and some of the newest things that are taking place in the space. So let's tackle that bullet point first. Video reviews. What's the newest stuff that you've seen taking place?
Yeah, so I think a couple of things that are happening right now is a lot of shoppers are now they're going on TikTok, especially the Gen Zs, right? They're starting their shopping journeys with platforms like TikTok. And what we began noticing now on TikTok is when TikTok first started, it was more of fun and entertainment. But TikTok recently has now increased the length of the video that you can add on TikTok as well. So we're starting to see a lot of video reviews, how-to videos, unboxing videos, starting to pop up on TikTok and other platforms as well. And where this is all really going is, a video, for what it represents, you can see the product, the person, and the emotions. So what we're discovering is that people who watch videos, and the reason they watch videos is it increases the brand trust for shoppers by 20x when they see the product in action. So when you're actually seeing a video review, you're seeing how the product is working. You're seeing it operational. You can see the colors. You can see if it's a how-to video, you can see how to set up something, right? So it has a sort of an emotional connection, a video review, when you compare video review with text review, right? I mean, it's really very rich data, essentially.
Yeah, it's interesting because we're talking about reviews, and yet TikTok comes up first because it's a video-based platform as opposed to Amazon. Why is that? I mean, for years, when you say reviews, everybody thinks Amazon. Everybody thinks Amazon.
Right.
And yet now we're talking video.
Yeah.
And it starts off.
Yeah. And it's
what's going on with Amazon then? How are they looking at it?
Yeah. So I think there's two things going on, right? One is, I think as shoppers are with our smartphones and with 5G happening in the last couple of years, and of course, COVID was the big sort of the game changer, right? COVID changed, in my opinion, video, and TikTok changed video. And really, I think what's happening now is, and I'll come to your Amazon question as well, is the reason TikTok really took off, and the reason people go to YouTube as well for product video reviews is really the authenticity of video content, right? Is the democratization that anyone can make a video on their phone and they can upload that video in public domain for everyone else to see on YouTube and TikTok. And I think the authenticity aspect of video review is what makes it very rich and engaging. So now coming to your Amazon question, it's interesting. Recently, I just read a news article where Amazon recently, Amazon started as as a book platform, extended to other products, became one of the largest platform to read and capture text reviews. And most recently, Amazon, there was an article where in a very high performing category, they removed a bunch of text reviews from their product pages. And essentially the big problem that Amazon is having right now is fake text reviews. I don't know if you've seen, but there's a lawsuit, Amazon versus Facebook, where Amazon has asked Facebook to shut down 10,000 groups on Facebook that essentially make fake reviews, right? And so text reviews, in my opinion, is more moving towards video now. And this really ties back to what I said before, is video is richer. In a video, you can see the product, the person, and the emotions. And even if it's a fake video, you can sometimes feel it, sense it, that someone is actually reading a script. And more importantly, you see the product, right? You can actually see it in action. So you're more likely to trust a video review versus a text review. And as a result, we're also seeing a massive increase in video capture on Amazon. So if you look up the Amazon product page now, right, it leads at the top with a video from the brand. They're showcasing, how the product works or the top features of the product. You scroll down a few rows down, and now Amazon has added a whole user-generated video content row there, right, where you as a shopper, once you have purchased the product, with verification, you can upload a video there, right? Of course, challenges still remain. We believe that Amazon does not yet have a tool for measuring brand safety and all the other filters that need to be looked at before you upload a video. But that aside, Amazon has started to pick up videos as well. So we believe that Amazon has already captured over 250 million video reviews on their platform, and it's growing, right? And again, this is a shift that's happening. I think it's happening because a lot of, sorry, let me plug in my cable here. It's happening because the customer is demanding it. The Gen Zs are demanding. They're watching videos, right? It's happening because video is more trustworthy, and it's happening because you can capture and promote video much faster. Anyone can.
No, I love it. I mean, so the current, stat that's rolling around is that Gen Z is 5 hours a day on TikTok.
It's huge,
They're demanding it. They're not going to stop and read reviews. They're not going to sift through them. There's, a demographic that will, but it's video. It's video. And I believe that a lot of this is driven by TikTok. And, it hits at the start of the pandemic.
Yeah.
Originally it seemed like it might be isolated to a younger demographic, but they all end up going home, right? From high school, from college, right? They're living with their parents for a year, and an exposure, it trickles upwards. And now, they're just consuming at such a high rate, and then it's driving demand other places. And the brands that see that and execute on it are going to win, right? That's kind of your point, though, which is, where do you get the video from, right? It's expensive if you're going to pay for it. But, the authenticity was, I kind of wrote that down while you're talking, the authenticity of the video that was generated by users without, with very little, kind of motivation financially, right? That's why, there's this lawsuit against Facebook, is there's a financial incentive. People were actually paid to create fake reviews.
Exactly.
Well, in the video aspect, they haven't been, or at least hasn't come out yet that they are, but it's been a lot more authentic.
And if you look at TikTok, right, the most recent underlying theory is that TikTok wants to compete with Shopify, right? At the end of the day, like, I think they want to become a video shopping network, if you will, if they haven't already, right? That's where things, that's what Instagram has become, right? We go on Instagram, we watch feeds of photos of products, and the next thing you know, you can click and purchase a product now from Instagram to the store, right? And I think would not be surprised, given the where TikTok is headed, that it might compete one day head on with Shopify like platforms, right? Of course, the angle is coming from video, which is, it's a rich experience.
You saw the articles that, they're looking for, retail warehouse space. There's only one reason they're doing that, right? You will be buying on TikTok in the very, very near future. That's parent company, right? ByteDance, it's already happening, right? It's going to happen. They're going to want the in-platform conversion, and they're going to want, the increase in marketing dollars, right? That's one of the biggest things Amazon's done, is grab retail marketing dollars. And is driving everybody else bonkers. And now everybody's launching a retail ad network. There's a lot of money going around in that space. Amazon wins in that space primarily because they can show that conversion. But when you look at the total number of minutes viewed on TikTok compared to all the other platforms out there, they're just blowing everybody away.
It absolutely is. And I think it's going to be very interesting, the convergence of social video platforms, shopping networks, and the Amazons of the world. I think the future is interesting.
Yes. What is that role? That was number 2, and we talked about TikTok a little bit. What role do you see them playing? You talked a little bit early on, which kind of had my ears prick up, which is around product discovery.
Yeah. So I think there's a couple of things happening, right? One is, we're going to TikTok as a destination, to find those videos or find those product videos, and lead from that experience, from the TikTok experience to the store. I also see another way of how TikTok and the YouTubes of the world, I think it's something that we're doing on our platform, is we're bringing TikTok videos to the product page, right? So essentially, we're increasing the ROI on that authentic TikTok video that was sitting on TikTok. But TikTok would love to get their videos on as many channels, as many platforms as they can, because at the end of the day, it will drive back more traffic back to TikTok when you see the authentic TikTok logo, the video being viewed on a PDP as well. So, we're seeing a number of ways of how a number of different models in which the social media content, the authentic social media content, is going to be distributed. And so one is going to TikTok, the other is bringing the TikTok video to the channels as well. So, and we're doing that. We at Vyrill, we are bringing now YouTube content, TikTok content, Dropbox content to the product pages. And
so you're embedding on a direct-to-consumer site, and
yes,
then rather than having to go out to affiliates necessarily, I mean, I guess you could.
Yeah, we
You're
could.
able to then pull in and populate it on the site.
Correct. So we just launched a Shopify app, and we're the first company to bring in-video search and commerce to all Shopify merchants. So essentially, brands can source YouTube or TikTok videos to the platform, authentic videos. They can acquire permission and licensing rights to the platform, and then they can publish videos, those TikTok and YouTube videos, to their Shopify store. And the value that we bring is, it's not just bringing a video there, but it's also bringing in video search with that, right? So a lot of customers, when you have 20 videos on a page, no one, when you're in the mindset of shopping, no one has time to watch 20 videos.
Right.
So essentially, the big thing there is, how do I find the answers inside those 20 videos to what I'm looking for when I'm making that purchase decision? So we offer in-video search. We can also hyper-personalize the page. And so we launched the Shopify app to do this. We're seeing already with the Shopify app, the page engagement is 2x to 5x. The conversion is increasing 10 to 68%. And more importantly, the ROI on the video content that brands are either producing or licensing, it's increasing quite a bit, because the completion rates to watching a video are going up by 90%, because customers can instantly find and they can search inside the video. So that's huge. So I believe that as this evolves, in-video search is going to play a key role both on these social media platforms, whether it's YouTube or TikTok, but also in-video search is going to play a big role on e-commerce and more.
Yeah, it is kind of, I was just chuckling a little bit. So you'll spend 5 hours scrolling through videos a day, but when they jump to product pages,
exactly,
they don't want to scroll. They don't want to look at videos that long. They want to go to the exact video at the exact point in time and watch exactly what they want to see, and then buy it, and then jump back and then start watching TikToks again.
I mean, this gets back to the human behavior, right? When you're shopping, you want it now, right? Which is why the one-day delivery and all these instant delivery habits kicked on, right? And brand e-commerce sites started offering that, because we want it now and we want it fast, right? And how do you get it fast is by making those decisions faster, right? And so that's where the video and in-video search can play a big role.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the TikTok made me buy it, right? Is really a trend. It really is a trend.
Yeah. I mean, I think we're going to see in very near future, every e-commerce site, if you just really literally open up any page, there's a search bar on top of on the e-commerce site, right? And most of us begin our product searches by typing a product name or whatever we're looking for. In near future, I see text search and video search incorporated, either separate or together on the pages. I'll just give you an example. This morning, I was buying online groceries on Safeway.com, which is where they're a grocery chain here in California. And they had a bunch of videos there, very enticing videos for Thanksgiving. So it was essentially a Thanksgiving inspirational video content. Now, there were 100 videos plus on the site. And I was intrigued. So I started watching the video, but I was looking for, I'm a vegetarian. So I was looking for specifically Thanksgiving vegetarian dishes. And guess what? There were 100 videos. There was no in-video search. So I watched the first video, I watched the second video, and then I'm like, you know what? I have to run, right? I mean, there's only so much I can watch when I'm shopping. I really just wanted to get to the idea of, hey, can I find those vegetarian recipes and can I go purchase what I want, the ingredients, right? So again, that urgency led me to actually abandon the video experience. But if there was in-video search or something enabled to search inside that content, I would have searched for those vegetarian recipes and perhaps shopped more on the site, right? So I think we're beginning to see this. I think in video search is becoming a big problem, and this frustration. We at Vyrill, we talk with hundreds and thousands of shoppers as well. We capture a lot of feedback, and their number one frustration we ask them is watching video on a shopping website is having to watch a 30-minute video or a 3-minute video or even a 30-second video when they just have that one burning question, right? I'll give you another example. I recently bought an LG TV. The TV arrives, right? Of course, I have to hang, it's a flat screen, so I have to put it on the wall. So I spent about 3 hours looking for the how to Alexa, set up my Alexa with my TV, how to set up my remote, and how to set up my how to mount the TV on a wall. And you'll not believe this, the wall mounting video was 30 minutes long. And the way I found my answer was I kept forwarding the video 10 seconds, which took half an hour of my time. Yeah. It could have taken me to the wall mount and I would have finished the wall. So my point is it created I was unhappy. It created that frustration that I couldn't get my TV up and running within minutes because I had to go look for those videos and do the installation and find that setup video, right? So all these frustrations, I think there's the solution is video, and then helping shoppers find the answers as quick as possible.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's that evolution that's slowly taking place, right? We're at a point now where you have to, level up on everything you're doing. That's just a reality. I know the pandemic hits and everybody scrambles and everybody does the checklist of everything that they need. And getting it installed and up and running. And now we're at a point in time where, you have to start getting really, really good at what you're doing. Customer acquisition costs are going up. Overall website traffic is going down. Have a huge focus on brand delivering value, loyalty, and, thinking about the customer. And the customer, like you said, when we go to buy, we want it now. And you have to now start thinking about providing those tools. And it's just thinking next level. But the reality is 3 years ago, we didn't have this tech. 2 years, we didn't have this tech, right? It's and now enough money poured in that we've been able to advance.
I would say the big advancement is we had leaps of advancement in the AI models. We had leap of advancement with companies like NVIDIA and Google Cloud and Amazon coming up with better hardware and software. I mean, if you had asked me, could we do this 10 years ago? Absolutely not. Could we even do it 5 years ago? No. When we started the company, I don't think 5 years ago even hardware software was there yet. Is it there now? Yes, it is there now. Yeah. In fact, we just launched an API for any brand or retailer to make all their video content searchable on their site. So I really offer in-video search. And we believe that only now we could do this, because to be able to analyze thousands or millions of videos a day with API, it is possible now. And so it's taken us some time to actually build what we're building. But finally, we've been able to release the API as well, because it's possible. I think it is possible at scale, at speed, and at low cost, which would not have been possible before.
if I put my brand hat on, and I'm thinking I'm able to pull in now all of this content, is that also a platform where I can start? What if I see the same person bringing in the same content over and over again? They immediately comes to mind, as a marketer, hey, how do I engage with them in an influencer and affiliate level, and reach out and say, hey, this is fantastic. Your stuff is showing up. Here's an affiliate link. Here's a QR code. Here's whatever. How can I help empower you and still compensate you for everything you're doing? Is that like a lever that you've seen pulled or can be pulled? Because I think of TikTok and the Spark ad, something starts to take off, I want to pour into it. This is like the similar thing.
I think there is video discovery, and then there's video understanding what the video creator has said about your product and brand. Engaging with them to license the video, the authentic video, and perhaps invite them to join your newsletter, or perhaps invite them to perhaps your community, since they love your product so much. I think to your point, absolutely, there are ways to engage with your fans, with whether it's an affiliate model or other ways of doing so. It's absolutely, I think it's coming. And or it's already here, and we're going to see the extension of that with deeper, better video experiences as well. I think where things are headed now is we're also seeing evolution of new formats as well, video formats. AR, VR is coming as well, and now, of course, we're hearing the whole the world of metaverse as well. So I think we'll see both videos happening in the real world, in the metaverse as well. And I think the metaverse, I would say, is a little bit early to comment on that. I think we're still a few years away from that, as it's evident. And I think it's not easy yet and affordable for everyone to join the metaverse yet. But in the physical world, absolutely, I think we'll see deeper engagement between the video creators, the shoppers, the brands, and the retailers. I think that ecosystem is coming together. And it's coming together from different angles, right? It's coming from Amazon. It's coming from companies, solution providers like us. It's coming from TikTok. So that's sort of the perfect storm of video has happened. And then you add the capabilities to be able to process, analyze, and leverage video content at scale now. I think we're at that moment right now in e-commerce where video extension is now possible at scale.
Yeah, I mean, so when you're reaching out, or when it's basically scraping, YouTube or TikTok or however it works, I'll oversimplify just for myself. Are you able to get then product sentiment? And if you're able to get product sentiment or brand sentiment, then that could be.
Yeah. So I think a great question. And
I'm thinking from the brand aspect, like there could be multiple levers that's now capable of being pulled, including if it's completely authentic. Like you might have an entire demographic that's talking about your product, your brand, or a series of products or a product line that you didn't even know about. That's just exploding, that you've never pulled that lever before, and it's just untapped potential.
Absolutely, right? So to be honest with you, like in my opinion, 95% of that UGC content is untapped and unharnessed because brands don't know that it even exists, right? That's really the first problem is finding it, right? The second problem with the levers that you're referring to, right? I think there's 4 things that the brands really care about and that matter. The first is relevance, meaning the video is very relevant to my product and brand, and it might be relevance at SKU level, right? It's talking about a very particular SKU. Second is brand safety, making sure that the video that was discovered is brand safe. It doesn't have minors in the video. It doesn't have nudity or foul language, right? If you're, as a brand, if you're leveraging that video for promotion, you want to make sure it's brand safe. Third is demographic. ensuring that your video meets your target demographic, right? And then fourth is engagement with the video. How engaged is the audience with that video content? So, with at Vyrill, we analyze the video in 9 dimensions. So there's the topic of the video, the background, whether the video is indoor or outdoor. If it's a sunscreen product, it matters whether the background was indoor or indoor outdoor when you use the product. So there are more than, those 4 levers are important. We help brands analyze that, but we do more than that. There's sort of 11 total levers, or if you will, 11 dimensions in which we analyze a video. And this is hard stuff. UGC content is all over the place. This is why it's taken us, even as a company, it's taken us 5 years to really train machines to watch videos, really, and understand what's going on. This is not fluff AI. This is real AI that has taken time to go build this and do this.
Yeah, I can just think of, multiple different ways: product development, product complaints, like to know it ahead of time, to trial and error, and get authentic reviews, right? Because that's what every time you do a focus group, right? This is the reality. If you do a focus group and you pay people to sit in a room, you've paid them. They're automatically predisposed in one way or another. In this case, you're grabbing raw content and getting a sentiment that's people haven't been compensated for. And therefore, it's real, raw, and true. And they put it out on the web. So, right, it's free for you to do that. That's
absolutely. Yeah. And sentiment is the other big, the other big dimension when it comes to video content as well. And being able to understand. So we actually are working with a big CPG brand right now. They just launched some new products in men's category, and they're using our platform to track all the sentiment for the new product. And the reason they're doing that is one of the things they're trying to figure out is which is the feature of the 5 features on that product that they should be highlighting and that customers most care about. And so we've been able to give them, for sentiment analysis, a bunch of those insights, and they're doing that both for their brand and also their competitors as well. So they also want to compare those features with competitors. And we've been able to actually help them find the topmost feature of the brand, of the product that customers most care about. And they're using that insight now to highlight that in their promotion. They're using that insight to bring that out of the video on their messaging. They're using that to create hotspot on top of the video as well, to highlight that the most important feature of the product that everyone cares about, right? So there's so many ways of looking at this. Where I see the future sort of video headed is, I would say, in video search, bringing a mix of both authentic and branded video content together. And then the third, which is personalization, right? Like when you have a lot of videos and you're a guy who's visiting a men's shaving product e-commerce site or on Amazon, you want to see other men and not women and people who look like you, right? So I think eventually the holy grail is personalization as well, and we're working towards that even here at Vyrill. Yeah. But that's sort of where all the roads are headed.
Yeah. What are you? So a couple of things. What are you most excited about? What gets you real jazzed up?
Well, I think for me, the ability for shoppers now to be able to get a very rich experience, whether they're in store or online. So in store, it could be a scan of the barcode or a QR code, and being able to instantly open the video experience or very rich, engaging experience that helps them or will assist them with their product experience, whether it's pre-purchase or post-purchase. I think there's so much there, and there's so much for us to go forward. I think we're just at the start of the video revolution or evolution, if you will. I see a day when you're watching a review and you can literally drag and drop your face in the video or your image, and you can see yourself driving the car in the review, right? And this is also somewhere where AI is headed as well. I mean, I see there's a whole area of AI right now focused on regenerative videos, meaning you give a command and it will insert you in the video, or it will change things and do more, or create a whole new video with what you have asked it to do, right? So I think there's like the future ahead is quite rich. It's exciting. I mean, we're just at the beginning of this start of this journey.
Yeah. Awesome. Now, I've kind of picked your brain for, the past 35, 40 minutes or so. Like, this is kind of like the Ask Me Anything. What's anything on your mind you want to throw my way?
Yeah. So I'm curious, what are you, I mean, you work with you have daily conversations with a number of brands and retailers. Like, what's top of their mind when it comes to video and commerce and TikTok?
Well, TikTok, it is advertising on the platform, and what's the ROI, and is it worth it or not if people can't convert, and how do I maximize what I'm doing there? And the issue with TikTok right now is there's an algorithm, but nobody has anything figured out what makes something go viral. And therefore, you just have to put out a lot of content, a lot of TikToks, a lot of them, and you're playing a numbers game, which is really frustrating, right? Which is really frustrating. And so the other side, when we talk about just video as a whole, it's just expensive. And it's hard to go find people. As part of the reason that, we've talked so many times is that, what you're doing is really cool. It's really hard for brands to get UGC, that actually works. There's a lot of brands that still don't want any UGC. It goes against, their brand guidelines, their brand feel. And so they can't use it. And yet, every marketer in that situation is like, we have to use it. Like, there's no way to get it. Everybody's asking for UGC. And so, but at the same time, if you looked at what's happened, over the past 2.5 years, has been everybody has to run at 150 miles an hour in digital. And so we're talking to marketers who, if you look back 5 years ago, there wasn't such a huge focus on, okay, what are your email, marketing personas and marketing streams look like? Now you need to have like 20.
Yeah.
How does that tie in with your SMS program, which you also have to have with your now digital age, smart direct mail program? Oh, by the way, you have to get content. Now you have to learn, a new paid media tool for Amazon. It's been overwhelming. And then on top of it is go get more content. And they haven't had time to address it. And so they're frustrated. That's where they're at.
Yeah. I mean, great comment. And I just want to add two things to it, which is interesting. Your comment about UGC is that it goes against their brand guidelines. But I want to say again and again, we have seen this for every top performing UGC video, is UGC is 10 times cheaper and 10 times more effective. So essentially you're getting 100x return, if you will, on UGC content, right? And I think this is an area where I think TikTok is going to help brand marketers make that leap from sticking to your brand guidelines to actually moving towards more authentic content. Is, every shopper, every customer that we have asked, no one cares about how perfect the background is. Everyone cares about how authentic the video is. Does it make me feel good? Does it make me trust this person that's making the video and help me trust this product, right? And so I feel like, I think to your point, hopefully TikTok will help brand marketers get over that leap of moving away from just their brand guidelines. I mean, I understand why they have them, but does the shopper really care is really the big question, right? And if the shopper doesn't, then you shouldn't either as much, right?
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, and I agree. And it's then you get to the flip side of, how much time can I spend sifting through TikTok or YouTube? How much time can I spend doing that, when at the same time I'm now being asked to manage retail paid media? And oh, by the way, 2 years ago you gave me a giant budget and just said spend, and now now you gave me a giant budget and you're saying justify everything. So now they have to have, tools in the back end to help, basically what the executive team wants to see is return on ad spend, which isn't necessarily the right KPI to be tracking. So you have to look at what you're doing, and then how are you going to explain everything upwards? And that's, if I get down to like the heart of what's going on right now, is there is a lot going on the digital side, and there's rapid changes, and there are a lot of executive teams who don't understand the complexity of e-commerce and digital commerce. And they don't have the time to, and it's not a dig at them. It is, they're running the company, and everything that we're learning now, will be, I shouldn't say everything, a chunk of what we're learning now will be obsolete in a year. They don't have the time. They're not living it every day like we are. So they're not going to catch up because it's evolving so fast. And so it's just a difficulty to educate upwards, right? And lead downwards and still execute and hit a number.
Right.
And I think we need another year and a half before people start to have trained enough people underneath them, to start getting a little bit easier. Just so happens with the slowdown that's happening right now, there's just going to be more pressure to move product. And so it's not,
True.
It's not going to slow down.
True. Yeah.
But again, this has been, anything else top of mind for you?
I think that's you asked a burning question. You responded to a very burning question top of my mind. So thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, my friend, this has been an absolute pleasure. Just keep crushing it. Really love what you're doing. I think you're going to make a lot of people's jobs a lot easier, going forward here with just the capabilities that you have. So thank you for all that you bring to the network. And with that, everybody, we're going to wrap up this episode of the Digital Deep Dive. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Aaron, for having me.
Absolutely. This has been a blast.